Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Aaron.
Aaron is here, everyone, and it is time to go to war. And a big part of that war is all the protesting that's been happening at different Scientology facilities all around Hollywood and Los Angeles. And one of the main ones participating in that is the one and only Jessica PALMADESSA. How's it going, Jess?
Good. How's it going, everyone?
Thank you for having this chat with me. We should have done this a long time ago. For anyone not yet familiar with Jess's YouTube channel, you can find her at Jessica PALMADESSA. Now, look, before you had the YouTube channel rocking and rolling, you had like over 1 million followers over on TikTok. And this is one of the craziest things. It really does seem that Scientology was behind the effort to get your TikTok account completely deleted. What the heck is going on with that?
I mean, it's not, oh, it looks like, no, 100% was them. It's like, yeah,
what do you know? Who are you working with to try to get this fixed? What have they said to you?
I have been told by many people in LA that get back people's TikTok accounts, that have gone back all my friends' TikTok accounts and everything, that a organization paid a large sum of money to get my TikTok account taken down, is what I heard from people, from multiple people. So are there like special attorneys and agents that work with the influencer community that have back channel communications with like TikTok and stuff? These are just there's like people in LA that work that like will charge you like a couple grand or something to like get your account back. This has happened like with all my friends. Like they've gotten like so many of my friends' accounts back and stuff, never had an issue. And I don't know how they do it. I guess they just know somebody that works in TikTok. They give them 1%, blah, 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 blah. So normally it's just something like, oh, you broke guidelines a few times, whatever, your account gets taken down for no reason. They could get it right back up. Mine, they haven't been able to as of right now. But yeah, from what I hear, an organization paid a large sum of money to get my account taken down. I want to know what the large sum of money is.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious. I'm like, but yeah, that's all that I know as of right now.
So one of the things that's crazy to me about that is, the only thing I have to compare it to is YouTube. And I'm pretty sure that if YouTube deletes an account, at the end of the pay period, they're still going to pay out whatever money had accumulated in the AdSense account. Yeah. Did TikTok do the opposite of that? They just delete the account and delete all payments owed?
So it was actually weird. I got a random amount of money that like it was just bizarre. Not anywhere near my total amount that they owe me. But just like a random like few grand that it doesn't matter if I tell you guys. Yeah, I got like 6K or whatever out of the amount, but they just dropped it into my account just randomly. And then, but not the rest of it. It was bizarre. I was like, why that amount? You just pick a number? I don't know. It was weird. But yeah.
As far as you know, does the Scientology protesting in any way violate TikTok's terms and conditions?
As far as I don't know.
I mean, there's still there's still other protesters that are live streaming to TikTok, right?
Yeah. I guess they were just trying to take down, like the bigger ones first, whatever. I did notice. I mean, I think a lot of people noticed that they're kind of trying to shadow ban any of the Scientology stuff on TikTok right now. From what I've heard, from what I've heard, it seems like everybody that posts Scientology stuff gets like way less views. But
wow.
Who knows?
All right. So tell me, how did you get involved in the Scientology protesting?
I mean, I knew that the Scientology people were crazy. I mean, I would film on Hollywood Boulevard. They would always like just other content, like with my friends, whatever. They would always like be handing out their little slips. And I'm like, I knew that they were crazy just from like what you hear about them. But I didn't know everything about them. And then I saw Will doing his little thing by himself out there, whatever. It came up on my For You page. And I was like, this is hilarious. Like the way he was like, the way he was exposing them just like through humor was like hilarious to me. So I had started the whole Save Angel thing, and that was before I knew Will. And then I just to clarify, I do not want to save Angel anymore. Angel is a terrible person. but that's how it started. And then, then I met Will out there the one day, and then grew from there.
I do
And then
have to
now I hear all
say,
the ex-member stories, and I'm like, now you really know how crazy they are. Before I didn't know all this, and I went down the rabbit hole of like everything, like the documentaries and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, it's insane.
you still haven't seen the movie The Matrix, though, have you?
No.
You have to watch the movie The Matrix. It will give you a whole different understanding of what Scientologists think they're doing. And it's just a great movie. I just can't believe you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I remember that Will, Streets LA, I remember he was kind of pissed off at the Save Angel thing. And I understand why, but I have to say, I do think that is a brilliant way to troll the Sea Org members.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
Well, I mean, he was over the Save Angel thing the same time that I was over the Save Angel thing. At first, obviously, I didn't think, oh, I was going to save Angel. Like, come on. No, Angel was just the most obnoxious out of all of them at the time, in my opinion. Like, the way that he said that Lady Gaga was a part of Scientology just threw me off. Just so random. And then after that, I'm like, this guy's delusional. And then, But no, I was over the Save Angel thing, and then I switched to Save Sebastian. So, evidently,
that's right.
Save Sebastian.
Sebastian is the one. Sebastian, because Angel's the security guard. Sebastian's one of the ticket passer outers, right?
Yeah, the pretty boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I must have missed the Save Angel because I feel like I tuned in when someone had a giant blanket with Sebastian's face on it, and unrolling that thing and showing it to him was honestly the funniest, the absolute funniest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the Save Sebastian is like a similar quality and level of trolling too. Like if you guys were actually out there passing out Scientology flyers, trying to help them get their stats up, but saying, please join our cult, please join our cult, please join our cult. Like, I don't know. I just love the trolling. I love the comedy aspect of your videos, particularly when you edit everything into the shorts. Whoever's doing your short editing, you do the voiceovers and the compilations and the voiceovers, just so freaking funny. And honestly, I think bringing the comedy and the levity to the whole thing gives it broad appeal. It makes it fun to watch. It doesn't have to be a very serious subject or done in a serious way.
That's why kids got into it and stuff. That's why there's like 14-year-olds and stuff wouldn't have started watching this if everything was all serious. I mean, teenager is going to be like, oh yeah, if there's not something funny about it.
That's right. I mean, look, it's a serious subject fundamentally, but you look at my videos, I don't try to take it that seriously most of the time. I kind of think of it how Jon Stewart covers the news. He's covering very serious issues and he's doing it in a very serious way. Do you know who Jon Stewart is? Please tell me you do.
I don't. The news reporter?
I would say the kids these days, but the last time I said that to you, you're like, I'm 20, what are you, 26, 27?
Nobody knows.
You don't know? Okay, I don't know.
No, nobody knows. I keep them guessing. I've never told them my age.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. If you haven't seen The Matrix and you don't know who Jon Stewart is, you're a kid, or at least I can say you're a kid.
Okay. I'm sure there's people my age though that have watched it. I just don't watch like movies and stuff. So.
Okay, so Confident Chris and LA Cam and Streets and Aja and LA Audit, these are other people who are out there with you guys all the time. Did any of you know each other before all of this Scientology protesting?
Yeah, I knew Chris before this.
Oh.
Yeah, I had already known him. And which I think people kind of figured out since we're always like arguing with each other and stuff. You could tell that we knew each other before this. But yeah, so that's why he was the third one out there. He had seen that I was doing it, and then I remember he like called me up and was like, those videos, like I want to like go see if I could get in there and film them or whatever. I was like, yeah, do it. And then yeah, he did, and then he stuck around. So yeah.
Let me see. There's kind of a bunch of different questions that I want to ask. I think people are wondering, how long could this possibly go on for? Are these guys just going to get tired of this? Is this just, is this getting boring? Is all the harassment and the swatting and the police intimidation and all this stuff? How do you think about all that?
I mean, I noticed that's like, God forbid, like, you don't straighten for like a day or something, or you do something else. People are like, oh, she gave up. She doesn't care anymore. I'm like, nah, I just, had something to do. Calm down. But no, like first off the swattings and the whatever, like that's definitely not gonna like make me go away. Actually, it actually just annoys me and then makes me want to do it more. But yeah, no, I don't think, I mean, obviously everybody has to find like new ways to like keep people engaged and stuff, which is like why I did the sign the other day, like with the number in front of the building and like stuff like that. Like you got to do other things, or yeah, people are gonna get bored. But that would be on the audience. Like I'm not gonna get bored doing what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely not boring, is it?
no.
What was the other question? Someone told me that you, one of the things that I've mentioned on my channel, Streets has mentioned on his channel, is trying to kind of get this whole campaign going of asking everyone, all the candidates for Congress, because I think every congressional seat is up for grabs right now.
Yeah.
Asking every candidate and every incumbent what their position is on holding congressional hearings into Scientology's tax exempt status. Would they support hearings into Scientology's tax exempt status? Someone told me that you did a video the other day, just driving around for hours to all your representatives'
Yeah, I mean,
offices.
I've only got to 4 of them so far, but yeah, I've just been looking up all the different like Congress people. I actually recorded the ones that I know are big Scientology supporters, just because I thought it would be funny. Like this like Adam Schiff guy or something. I guess he's like there's been photos of him with like Scientologists and something. The other guy I can't remember his name, but anyways, there's been 4 total. My goal is like yeah, I put like together like a little packet with like the petition, which everybody go sign that if you have not yet. Um,
Tell
to
everyone what petition you're talking about.
Yeah, it's on change.org. I have it in like my bio and on my Twitter. It's a petition to get the Scientology's like tax exempt status investigated. So I've been bringing that around along with like, a whole packet of like pretty much for them to like look into it, blah blah blah, like what's their stance on it, everything like that. I also been thinking about putting some like Vax members like stories in there because like if they don't care about the petition, like how are you going to read an ex-member story and be like, you know, oh no, yeah, this seems normal, because I know the ex-member stories are like what gets me thinking like how crazy it is and everything. But yeah, so yeah, my goal is to like just keep going to all them, and then hopefully that people watching that will then go do it by like where they are, because obviously anybody can email it in or whatever. I could email them in also instead of going there, but I think it's funnier to like go there and hand it to them. Even though most of them I can't even like get to them, they'll be like slide under the door, obviously, or whatever. They're not gonna like see me face to face. But still it's just funny. It's
That's
just
really
funny to
awesome.
like force
If
them.
if you do manage to get any of them
Mhm.
like on a stream responding either positively or negatively, or if you do get an actual written response from these guys,
Mhm.
let me know if you would, and I'll do a video about it or highlight your video or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Anybody
Because
that I go to, I'm also gonna email it to them as well so they can't claim that they didn't get it. So I'm emailing it to anybody I go to also.
yeah, that's awesome. I mean, one of the cool things about you have when you were doing the TikTok streaming is you had so many subscribers, and the audience on TikTok is much younger in general, I think, than the audience on YouTube. And the idea of getting a much younger audience kind of super excited and energized about doing Scientology protesting or even Scientology content in general, to me is just very, very exciting. That's why I was like, my
Yeah.
God, like getting that TikTok account taken down was crazy. Are you still optimistic? Do you still feel like there is a path to getting that account restored?
Uh, so I always, I mean, I joke around like, oh, I always get my way, like, or I'll like die before I don't get my way. So I mean, I'm not gonna stop. Like, I don't care if it's 6 months from now. I'll still be every single day sending them a million emails. So now at this point, like, I went to the headquarters, like a few days ago and just handed them like a thing. Um, Pretty much just like be like, why are you silencing everything about Scientology off TikTok? Because it's very obvious that they are. And I knew
Hmm.
that they weren't gonna like let me in the door. You have to talk to the person out there because they don't just let people walk in. So I gave them like my whole little letter thing and everything. And filled out the whatever. They're like, okay, we'll get back to you in a few weeks. I'm like, sure you will. Sure you will. But I mean, I'm just gonna keep pushing it, obviously.
I remember one time when you were out there, there was some guy who showed up who was like one of the bigger or biggest TikTokers. Do you remember who I'm talking about?
Probably Daniel Mack. Probably the car guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
that sounds familiar.
yeah.
And he was already very aware of the protests and what you guys are doing, and that's why he showed up. Someone like how many millions of followers does he have? Do you know?
Okay, probably like 10 mil or something. He has a
Does
lot.
someone like that also have no way of actually contacting anyone at TikTok?
He actually messaged me when my account got taken down, but no, he doesn't have connections. He also makes very like content that's definitely not going to get taken down. Not that mine should have, but like very PG, just like, so I don't think he ever would have had that problem.
Yeah.
People that have had this problem were able to just pay money to get it back, and I have no issue paying. Like, I was trying to go that route, obviously with someone trustworthy that like got back my friend's account and other like large creators that I know. But they've all say the same thing. It comes back and they're like, "Oh no, we haven't seen this before." Like, so I'm like, like Scientology like threatened to sue TikTok or something. That's the only thing I can think. I don't know. I'm like, what's the
God.
large sum of money they paid? Because I'll pay it. I'm sure it's way
I
more than I could pay, but
I wish these corporations understood that Scientology hasn't actually sued anyone or anything in over 25 years. And people are
yeah.
still terrified of being sued by Scientology. And when I say anyone or anything, I'm talking about media companies. They sued Time Magazine in like 1993 or 1992 or something. And they actually lost that lawsuit. And then they never sued Leah Remini. They never sued Scientology in the Aftermath. They never sued A&E. They never sued the production company. They've never sued anyone who's written a book about Scientology. And yet lawyers are still afraid of Scientology, particularly corporate lawyers. It's really silly. It's really
See,
silly.
my thing is, I think it's crazy that I don't know if you had seen this, but the CEO of TikTok made like a video or whatever. He's like, let something about like you don't want them to take away your First Amendment right or something when he was talking about TikTok, being banned. I literally I put that in my little letter to TikTok when I brought it, and I was like, so you say that you're a private company though, so the First Amendment doesn't apply. You could take anybody off, blah blah blah. But now that you're threatening, that it's going to be banned, now all of a sudden the First Amendment matters. I'm like, which one is it? Like,
Yeah.
so
Private companies love to talk about the First Amendment, even though their activity
so it
has nothing to
applies
do
to
with the First
them.
Amendment.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I can't tell you how many people tell me that they don't even watch TV anymore. They don't watch live. They don't watch the what is it? The reality TV, the Real Housewives shows, the Love Island, whatever.
Yeah.
They just tune into your channel and Streets and Confident Chris and LA Cam and LA Audit and all these guys and Danny and Leah and they just absolutely love what you're doing. I mean, I'm talking about under the radar Scientologists who are like, we love what these guys are doing. And that's why when you see people chirping here and there, criticizing about how the protesters are doing what they do and whether it's really helping anyone, I ignore all that shit because I hear from the under the radar Scientologists who love everything that you guys are doing. So I hope you don't let that negativity shit get to you at all.
No. If I mention it, I'm literally just laughing at them. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I did want to say the party that you had sent me the invitation to, for the thing. So we did go. I had messaged everyone. I was like, who wants to go with me? So Chris ended up coming. Danny, Leah, and Aja showed up too. I think that was it. Yeah. And no, you couldn't. So the first second that we showed up, the police were everywhere. They handed us a slip of paper that had the rules. The rules, mind you, we were like behind a fence, and it said like, don't use megaphones, don't do this, don't all the stuff. The second that we got there, like the second that we got out of our car, like they knew. And then so we got that paper, and then everywhere that we walked, like you couldn't go anywhere near. They were like plopped down in the center of a parking lot, and then gates all around. You couldn't get anywhere near it. And everywhere we would walk, the police and the mall security, like that were in the parking lot, they would like follow us around. And then even just if we repositioned and like went the other way, like walk like one way, the cop car would like reposition and face us. You would think that we're like criminals that just broke out of jail. I swear to God. I was like, what is this? This is wild. Like there's nothing more going on than you watching us like look at like little Scientologists through a fence. That was crazy
I
to
love
me.
it. I just love that the biggest problem Scientology has to contend with is a bunch of live streamers with cell phones, and they just have absolutely no idea what to do.
Yeah.
And look, they might have succeeded in getting your TikTok taken down, but I don't think that will be a permanent victory. And there's just been nothing they've been able to do about YouTube. Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, in some ways, like I know you don't have your TikTok, but let's say you could do both. Do you prefer TikTok over YouTube for some reason? And I'm asking because I don't quite understand TikTok. I guess I'm an old guy now. Like, do you actually prefer TikTok over YouTube? And if so, why?
Yes. I don't know. I just, cause that was my thing, I guess. I like the little video, like the short. I know me and Will are like the opposite. Like Will's like, oh, I hate TikTok, but like love YouTube. Like it's got to be the long form content, everything. No, I like the short little, like kind of like funny-ish video aspect of it. I think I like YouTube live streaming way better than TikTok live streaming. That's 100%. I love the live streams on YouTube. Content wise, I feel like I just don't get it yet. I just don't get it.
Oh, but that's actually what I meant. That's what I meant. Do you prefer live streaming on TikTok better than live streaming on YouTube?
No, 100% YouTube better than. It is harder to get new people on YouTube. Like it'll just drop, like, randomly you'll go up like 1,000 views and it's just a whole bunch of trolls. Like, why are you yelling at a cop or something like that? Because they don't know what's going on. So at least you avoid that. Like you don't get all the people that have no idea what's going on and they just click on and like start reporting your page because they're like, why is this crazy person, yelling at a cop or something like that? So you avoid that. So no, live streaming, definitely YouTube better. Video wise, TikTok's better.
So you mean like, meaning if you're just, slacking off, whatever, chilling out, relaxing on your phone, you'd rather be scrolling through TikTok than scrolling through YouTube. Is that what you're saying?
No, I meant from like creating aspect.
I got it.
Creating. For like watching, I mean, I watch both. So either one. Yeah.
I'll tell you the funniest thing that why TikTok is funnier on the live streaming. And I didn't know what the hell was going on at first when I saw this, is when you have someone on your screen and then like random emoji overlays are popping up over them, like a night helmet or a cowboy hat. And at first I thought that was you, like the creator, putting those things on the person.
Yeah.
But those are your viewers paying like $1 to put a funny image on them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's high level trolling in my opinion. YouTube doesn't give you that option.
Yeah. They do it with the cops. Like if like someone would be like yelling at the cop or something and all of a sudden like a little daisy crown will be above their head. So yeah.
Yes, it's an amazing form of disrespect.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's see. We got a few super chats here. April in Amsterdam says, Hey from Holland, Jessica. Love your work. Did I hear you say that Adam Schiff is connected to Scientology? WTF, really? What is up with that? So this comes from a collection of photographs and videos of LAPD police officers and politicians performing and making appearances at the Celebrity Center International Christmas events. And there was a photo of Officer Timmy Tallman, who's basically one of the LAPD officers most in the pocket of Scientology. And there was a photo of Timmy Tallman and Adam Schiff together at one of Scientology's Christmas events at the Celebrity Center International. Now, is Adam Schiff a Scientologist? No. But any politician, honestly, that's willing to show up and do photo ops at a Scientology event is obviously not someone who's going to take a stand against Scientology fraud and abuse. Plain and simple, right? I mean, that's just not a thing. So I think it would be really cool for people to get Adam Schiff on the record. Like if there was just an avalanche of people getting Adam Schiff on the record about his position, would he support congressional hearings into Scientology's tax exempt status? And if he's going to say no, make him say no and make him explain why. And then see if he's open to having his mind changed. But he clearly deserves that attention. And remind me, did you get to talk to someone in his office?
No, they just had me talk to a doorbell and then slide the papers under the door.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Detective Patrick Aludo's in the chat. Says he's a huge fan of Miss Palmadessa.
Appreciate you, Mr. Aludo. I'm a big fan of you too.
Little inside joke there. Pocono Pluck. I'm putting together a booklet with numbers, addresses, website, books for anyone who goes in person to the protesters for help. Would you guys carry that? Do you have any suggestions? I'm not sure I understand this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't understand.
I'm putting together a booklet with numbers, addresses, website, books for anyone who goes in person to the protesters for help. Pocono Pluck, I'm not sure what those phone numbers would be to, or what those addresses are for, or what the websites are, or what the books are. And it sounds like maybe you're talking about a booklet and not just a flyer. So I'm a little confused, Pocono Pluck. I apologize for that. But if you're able to clarify that, maybe we can answer that for you. Queen BSP, thank you very much. Brittany Presley, when is the Confident Chris interview? Well, I'll tell you, I had to interview Jessica first, and then I'm going to interview Confident Chris. I didn't want to do Chris before Jess because I felt like it would be disrespectful. But now that I've done Jess, then I'm going to do Chris. Oh, Confident Chris's finger is in the chat. These funny names. I love.
Yeah, I know. I love the names.
YouTube is better for us supporters so that we can go back and send video evidence if needed. Oh, Jess, this was the thing that confused me the most about TikTok. What is the point of live streaming on TikTok if the live streams don't stay up? And why would they not? Why do they do that?
So you can, like, there's a replay option. So you can go, the viewers can, but you could clip parts out of it and post it.
Okay.
So
I see. Casey Cat says, my girl Jess is my spirit animal. Very kind.
Thank you.
Very kind. All right. Well, this has been a fun chat. For anyone not yet familiar, Jessica's YouTube channel is Jessica PALMADESSA. You can find her there. Subscribe, watch her live streams every night, every day. Oh, I see one here. Mini Streets interview. I heard Confident Chris lost his mini streets. How did that happen?
No, he has like 1,000 of them. Okay, he lost the he lost the lime green one. He's got plenty more. Don't worry.
Did he make them, or did someone send those to him?
No, somebody sent them.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for now. Thank you for hanging out with us this afternoon. Go subscribe to Jessica PALMADESSA.
And go sign that petition.
Go sign that petition. You can find her on Twitter. You can find it in the bio of your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's in the link tree thing. Just click on that and then it'll say it. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, everyone. All right. Thanks to everyone who watches until the very end, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, guys.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right